The story of New York City's architecture is a tale of ambition, innovation, and a constant striving towards the heavens. From its humble beginnings as a Dutch trading post to its modern incarnation as a global metropolis, the city's buildings stand as proud testaments to its ever-evolving spirit. The earliest European settlers, the Dutch, left their mark on the city's layout and architectural fabric. Narrow streets and gabled houses, reminiscent of Amsterdam, once characterized the southern tip of Manhattan. As British rule took hold in the late 17th century, Georgian and Federal style architecture gained prominence. These elegant buildings, with their symmetrical facades and classical details, reflected the city's growing wealth and sophistication. Trinity Church, completed in 1846, stands as a magnificent example of the Gothic Revival style, a popular architectural movement in the 19th century. Its soaring spire, once the tallest structure in the city, served as a beacon to arriving ships and a testament to the city's growing piety. The architectural landscape of early New York reflected the city's transition from a colonial outpost to a burgeoning center of commerce and culture. These early structures, while modest in scale compared to their modern counterparts, laid the foundation for the city's architectural future. They spoke of a young nation's aspirations and its desire to create a built environment that reflected its burgeoning identity. As the 19th century dawned, New York City stood on the cusp of an unprecedented period of growth and transformation, fueled by industrialization, immigration, and an unwavering belief in the power of human ingenuity. The late 19th century witnessed a confluence of technological advancements that would forever change the face of New York City. The invention of the elevator and the development of steel-frame construction. These innovations, coupled with the city's rapidly expanding population and limited land area, gave rise to a new architectural typology, the skyscraper. No longer constrained by the limitations of load-bearing walls, architects could now envision buildings that soared to unprecedented heights. The skyscraper, once a distant dream, was now within reach. Early skyscrapers, such as the Tribune Building and the Woolworth Building, while modest by today's standards, captivated the city's imagination. These towering structures, clad in ornate masonry and crowned with copper domes, became symbols of American progress and ingenuity. They represented the triumph of human ambition over the limitations of the natural world. The race to build higher and higher had begun, transforming the city's skyline into a forest of stone and steel. The skyscraper also had a profound impact on urban life. It allowed for a greater concentration of businesses and residences within a smaller footprint, shaping the city's vertical growth. The streets below became canyons of commerce, teeming with life and energy. As the skyscraper reshaped the cityscape, it also became a source of artistic inspiration. Architects, eager to embrace this new architectural form, experimented with different styles and ornamentation, creating buildings that were both functional and aesthetically striking. The early 20th century witnessed the rise of architectural giants, buildings that transcended their utilitarian purpose to become symbols of American might and ambition. The Woolworth Building, completed in 1913, soared to a height of 792 feet, claiming the title of the tallest building in the world. Its neo-Gothic facade, adorned with intricate terracotta details, evoked the grandeur of European cathedrals, while its steel frame spoke to the power of modern engineering. It was a testament to the aspirations of its time. Following the Woolworth Building, the race to build ever taller reached a fever pitch. The Chrysler Building, completed in 1930, captured the world's imagination with its shimmering stainless steel crown and Art Deco flourishes. It was a symbol of the Jazz Age, a celebration of speed, technology, and the glamour of the modern era. Its spire, a series of graceful arches capped with a needle-like point, seemed to pierce the heavens, a testament to the boundless ambition of its creators. Then came the Empire State Building, completed in 1931. Rising to an astonishing 1,250 feet, It claimed the title of the world's tallest building, a title it would hold for nearly 40 years. Its simple yet elegant design, with its setbacks and towering spire, became an instant icon, a symbol of New York City's resilience and unwavering spirit, especially during the Great Depression. These buildings, each a masterpiece of engineering and design, redefined the city's skyline and captured the imagination of the world. Section 4. A symphony in stone and steel, the Art Deco Era. The Art Deco movement, which flourished in the 1920s and 1930s, left an indelible mark on New York City's architectural landscape. Characterized by its sleek lines, geometric forms, and lavish ornamentation, Art Deco celebrated the glamour and optimism of the Jazz Age. Buildings such as the Chrysler Building, the Tribune Building, and the Daily News Building showcased the movement's signature style, with their setbacks, ziggurats, and stylized motifs. Art Deco wasn't just for skyscrapers. It graced buildings of all types, from grand theatres to sleek apartment buildings. The Radio City Music Hall, with its sweeping curves and gold leaf accents, exemplified the movement's theatrical flair. The Waldorf Astoria Hotel, with its elegant Art Deco interiors, became a playground for the city's elite. These buildings, with their bold designs and luxurious materials, captured the spirit of a city on the rise, a place where anything seemed possible. Beyond its aesthetic appeal, Art Deco also reflected a changing social landscape. The movement embraced new technologies and materials such as stainless steel, aluminum and glass, which were incorporated into building facades and interiors. This embrace of modernity symbolized a break from the past and a belief in the promise of the future. The Art Deco era was a time of great creativity and innovation in New York City's architectural history, a period when the city's skyline truly began to take on its modern form. Section 5. Mid-century modernism. A new vision takes shape. Following World War II, New York City experienced another period of significant growth and architectural innovation. The international style, which emerged in Europe in the 1920s, gained prominence in the United States after the war, influencing a new generation of architects. Characterized by its emphasis on function over form, its use of simple geometric shapes, and its rejection of ornamentation, the international style represented a radical departure from the ornate styles of the past. The Lever House, completed in 1952, and the Seagram Building, completed in 1958, became icons of the international style in New York City. These sleek glass and steel towers, with their minimalist designs and open floor plans, reflected the optimism and corporate power of post-war America. They represented a belief in progress, technology, and the power of architecture to shape a better future. Mid-century modernism wasn't limited to office towers, though. It also influenced residential architecture, with architects such as Eero Saarinen and Philip Johnson designing innovative homes that blurred the lines between indoor and outdoor space. These homes, with their clean lines, large windows, and integration with nature, reflected a desire for a more casual and connected way of life. Section 6. Concrete jungles and glass towers, Postmodernism and Beyond. The 1960s and 1970s witnessed a backlash against the perceived sterility and uniformity of the international style. Postmodernism, a diverse architectural movement that emerged in the late 20th century, challenged the tenets of modernism, embracing complexity, ornamentation, and a playful approach to design. Architects such as Philip Johnson, who had once been a champion of the international style, embraced postmodernism's eclecticism. The AT&T Building, now the Sony Building, completed in 1984, with its controversial Chippendale-style pediment, became a symbol of postmodernism's playful and often ironic approach to design. Other postmodern buildings, such as the Jacob K. Javits Convention Center and the World Financial Center, now Brookfield Place, embraced a more contextual approach, referencing the history and character of their surroundings. As the 20th century drew to a close, New York City's skyline continued to evolve, with architects experimenting with new materials, technologies, and design philosophies. Deconstructivism, a movement characterized by its fragmented forms and rejection of traditional notions of structure, made its mark on the city with buildings such as the Guggenheim Museum Bilbao, designed by Frank Gehry.